Hello sweet friends, and welcome to Carol's Craft Cottage. Today's video is featuring the 3D castle from Scrapdiva Designs. I will leave affiliate links in the description box below should you decide to shop. Please use my affiliate links. It helps me and my channel and doesn't cost you anything extra. I really appreciate it so very much. You can also use Carol 10 at checkout for 10% off your order. So let me share with you the dies that I used for this project. I, of course, used the rose petal flowers. I used the small and the large on that. I used the small fringe butterfly die for on top of my castle. And then I'm just going to pick this up and show you. I have everything out on this die so that I can show you how to put this together, and it is called the 3D castle. Now before I pull in my project here to show you a closer look, let me just say, if you are new or this is your first time here, my videos feature lots of paper crafting ideas and tutorials. If this is something you enjoy, won't you consider subscribing? I'd love to have you back. And to all my returning friends and subscribers, welcome back. You mean the world to me, and I appreciate your support and comments. So let me go ahead and show you this cute 3D castle. It's kind of, it's got, let's see, it's got 8 sides to it, so it's like an octagon. I'll show you the bottom. You do get this piece to decorate the bottom of your castle. And we're going to put this together today. As you can see, I did put some little pearl bows on the top of my castle, and on the roof I have the cute fringed butterfly. There's the flag. You get the flag in the die set. There are the roses that I used to decorate the top of this. This makes a wonderful presentation for a gift for your little princesses in your life. You could put, this is big enough to put, of course, tickets, money, gift cards, jewelry, candy. These would be a wonderful gift presentation, or these would be really cute as party favors for a princess type of birthday party. You can see I have some pearls around the top cover and around the bottom. And this opens up, and you can see how large this is inside. There are 4 windows, and you have the cover with the top of your castle. And it just slides right on. Of course, I've got the camera in front of my face, so it's hard for me to get the top on. I just have to look here. Might have to take it out of camera a little bit. Camera view. So that is this one that I created. Really cute, right? And I'm going to show you how to put that together. And here is the pink one I created. And you can see on this one here, I put some roses on top of the castle. And those are the windows and the pearls. And here's the bottom. And you open it up, and you can see how large this is. Okay. And I just need to pull it away to put it on. It's hard to do it when your arms are out this way. So let me go ahead and go over what you need to cut. Okay, this is the box top of the castle, what you see right up here. So you'll need to cut 2 of these on your base color, whatever your base color is. Now, if you don't want to do it like me, that's fine. You can cut this on your designer paper and be done with it. But I wanted mine a little bit sturdier, so I cut 2 on my base color, which was white, and then cut 2 on whatever designer paper you are going to use for your project to coordinate with what you're going to use on the bottom. So you can see I have 2 different designer papers. This one I used a plain blue with stripes on the bottom, and this one I used a like a gingham with a plain on the bottom. So 2 of white, 2 of designer paper. Then you are going to cut 2 of these. This is for your bottom of your box, and you will cut 2 on white. And then the next thing you have are these, which is what's used to decorate this part of the castle. You're going to want to cut 4 of these on designer paper. Okay, so before we go any further, let me show you what I did. I didn't want to have just designer paper on the 4 sides. I wanted it around the whole thing. So what I did was I took my designer paper and I put it in here and I cut 4 with the windows in it. Okay, so after it was cut, I took this piece right here. Let me put this down a little bit so you can see what I'm explaining. So I took and I cut 4 with the windows in it. So I just cut my designer paper so I didn't waste a lot in here. And I cut 4 individually. And these are big enough so that when you cut them, that you can go back and place this on top of what you cut out and cut this out with the window in it. So I have 4 with the window in the middle, and I have 4 without the window. Okay, that's what I did. So let's get these out of the way. All right, so that takes care of that. 4 of the plain and 4 windows. And you'll have to cut the windows twice on the designer paper. 1 with the big die, and then put the little die with the stitching on top and center your window and cut it out. This is the bottom. I cut 2 on white of the bottom because of the way I sandwiched it in, and it makes it sturdier. So cut 2 of white with that, and with the stitching, cut 1 with your designer paper. The next thing is your little flag, cut 2. You're going to get 2 window dies, cut 4 of these. And you can see I did mine in gold. And then this is the top of your roof on your castle, and you will need to cut 2 of these. So that is the review of what you need to cut for the dies. Now I'm going to put this aside, and we are going to start to put this project together. I'm going to put you down a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing. So what we have here are our 2 pieces for the sides of the box. So we're going to start forming these. So we're going to fold on all the score lines. Right, you want a nice crease in there. So we have that, and then we have the little tab which we need for gluing. And we're going to fold that over, and we're also going to give that a good crease, and then we're going to fold these tabs over for the bottom of our box. And let me see if I can actually get this to move a little bit so that you can, here we go. Let's go out a little bit like that. There, you can see me better that way. All right, so we've got this one. We're going to just put it aside while we fold these. Okay, and we want to fold this tab back. At this time, if you wish to have an acetate window in your castle, you can go ahead and attach some acetate in these windows. I did not put any acetate, so I am going to continue from here. Can't forget to do these. But that's a suggestion. It would be nice to have acetate in the window. I didn't put any. Okay, now we're going to take and attach this together. So we are going to put them side by side, and we're going to attach this to this tab. And I always come to this point in my tutorials where I need to poke a hole. Every time. Let's see. Granted, I was just using this 2 minutes ago, but it always happens in my tutorials. Okay. So I'm going to put this right up against the fold line. And I'm going to use this to stick it. All right, and now we have to attach this one to this side. So we're going to put some glue on here. You can use score tape if you'd like. Certainly an option. So I'm just going to fold this over. And do that. Now you see we have a cylinder. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, you see here I have 2 of these white pieces. So I'm going to pull this back and put a little bit of glue on the inside of these tabs. Just a little bit. Okay, make sure I got them all. Now I am going to fold them over. So it looks like that. I'm going to turn this upside down and I'm going to drop this in here. So that it goes right down to the bottom just like that. And I'm going to take my bone folder and poke it around on the bottom there to make sure that that piece is all the way down and that I get a good stick. And then I'm going to turn this over. Make sure they're all stuck down to the bottom of there. And I'm going to sandwich those little tabs right in between by putting the second piece of cardstock on top. Just like this. So we have a nice clean inside and outside. Then we're going to turn this over and we're going to start putting our pieces, our designer paper pieces around the outside. And I'm going to start with a window. I'll put that right over the top. Then we'll go to the next piece. Remember, we have 4 windows, 4 panels with windows. So it's every other one. And if you're a little off on your piece here, because you want them all to line up nice. Now, this one I'm a little bit off, so I have a little bit of white showing. That's fine, because my gold window is going to cover that, so I'm not worried about that. You do have a little wiggle room with the window, the way it is designed, that the white will not show. This is such an incredibly cute little die. I love it. Like I said, it's good for a princess birthday party. Okay, so this one's a little bit off, so I'm going to pull it down a little bit so we're all even all the way around. And even though that little white is there, it's going to be covered with the window. Okay, we got one more window and one plain panel, and we can move on. The last panel. There we go. All right, now we're going to put the windows on. We should have 4 gold windows here. Let's see. There's a leaf, a flower. Let's see if I get them stuck together. Nope. Okay, somebody will probably tell me they saw it go flying somewhere. All right, let me cut an extra window here because I'm missing one. This always happens when I set up for recording. It'll be underneath the mat. All right, so I have my 4th window here. All right. So we're going to go around the outline of the window like that and place it on top of our window. All right, just like that. Go around the outside. And you can see how this covers that little white that was showing on the bottom. You do have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. just wiping away a little bit of the glue that's smudged. And we're on our last window. These would be so pretty if you put like a stained glass looking paper behind this that you could see through as well. That would be really pretty. I don't have anything like that, but I'm sure you could make it with acetate and alcohol inks. I didn't think about that until just now. Okay, so the last thing I want to do with this is I'm going to put the bottom, and the bottom has the stitching on it. And then we're going to work on the cover. And if you want to, you could put designer paper in the inside if you want to. I'm not going to do that for this tutorial. I'm just going to leave it plain. Let me take this die out. Okay, so now we're going to take our 2 white pieces and we are going to fold on all these score lines. So here we have a tab. And make sure you score all the way up. It goes all the way up. And it'll be important when we get to the part where we're inserting the flag. There we go. Okay, and these do not have tabs, but they're important to just go ahead and fold down at this time. And that's all you need to do. They don't have to, they just have to be like that, and you'll see why. Okay, we're going to the second piece. Okay, and then fold these down. On the score line. Okay, now we're going to assemble this. So we're going to take this first tab here. And we're going to attach this piece. And put it right up to the line. And then we're going to bring this together and we're going to attach it on this tab. All right. Now we're just going to set this aside and let it dry a little bit while we assemble the top of the castle. And you will cut 2 pieces on gold of this die. All right, so we're going to go ahead and fold on all the score lines on this. Same with the second piece. Now we're going to attach the 2 together. So we have the first tab. Lay that on top. And then bring it around and put these 2 pieces together. let's give this a moment to dry and I'll show you what to do next. We're going to take a toothpick, and mine's a little bit bigger than a toothpick, so I'm going to cut it. It's probably be good right about there. You can see about 1 3/4 inches. That's about. All right, this is for the top of your castle. So we're going to put this together so this can dry. And we're going to put some glue on here. And we're going to sandwich this inside. And we're going to fold this over. About that much. Okay, and then we're going to take, we've cut 2 flags, so I'm going to glue about a little over half of this. And I'm going to go into the back of this flag, and I'm going to glue it on top of here. So I have a front and a back. And then I'm just going to clip it off here. I'm not going to wrap it around. And you won't even notice this. Now, what I didn't do before I started this tutorial was I did not bring my beads out here. So you could see on, oops, sorry about that. You could see on the top here, I put a little bead on the top of the flag. I did not bring that out here. But the little bows that I put on my castle might fit on here. Maybe not. Yes, I like it. So we're going to do a bow on here and let it dry. But the bead looks cute, but I like the bow too. I'm good with it. There we go. So we're going to let that dry. Okay, we're bringing back in the gold piece, and or whatever color you decide you want yours. And how we're going to put this on is you're going to have all these little fold over ones straight down. Don't fold them in. And we're going to just glue this on the top of here. So make sure your little piece that fits on here goes over the top. And can you see how that fits nice and tight? So I'm good with that. So what I'm going to do is take this back off. And I'm going to put glue on all these tabs. Okay, we got glue on all of them. So we're going to put it like that. And then you line it up so you know you have 8 sides. So this is one of the square sides to match up with the bottom of that. And we're going to take it and we're going to just push it down all the way down. And when you do this, you get a nice even fit. And then you just come to the inside and you just press those tabs down and get them to glue to that crown piece. It's like a crown almost. Okay, so there you have your cover. Now, the die does not come with the designer pieces, but we create these. All right, so I'm just going to start lining these up to show you what I did before I actually glue them down, because I do not glue the two pieces together, like the designer paper on top. I do it this way, okay? So now here is where I had told you to cut two pieces of designer paper, and I'm going to show you how to cut these so that you can cover your roof. So I don't want to use those scissors. So I'm going to cut the tab, and I'm going to go, you can see the score line. Let's see if I can see it. Score line right there. I am going to cut to the left of it, just slightly to the left, a little bit, and cut that right off. And then I go to the next score line. I'm going to make my first piece for the roof, and I'm going to score. You can see the score line. I'm going to cut slightly to the right, just to make this a little bit smaller. Slightly to the right, all the way down. Then I'm going to cut slightly to the left and cut a very small sliver. Then I'm going to cut slightly to the right for the next cut, slightly to the left, and cut a little sliver off of here. I'm actually cutting that score line off. I'm cutting slightly to the right of this score line. And then I'm going to cut this little piece off, this little sliver. I'm slightly to the left. And then I have this piece, and I'm not going to touch it. So then I'm going to cut right on the score line these tabs off. So this is how I created my pieces to decorate my roof. Cut right on that score line. Okay, and I'm going to finish sandwiching these in, and then I'm going to glue them. Okay, so I'm going to start gluing these in. And just push it down to the bottom and right in the middle of that, right to the top. Really simple. Whoops, I'm wrecking my thing here. Push it down to the bottom, center it, and bring it to the top. Then you could take your bone folder if you want to, just go like that to get it to stick on the bottom. Okay, put it all the way to the bottom, come to the top. And we got 3 more to go. Then we can move to the next step. All right, that was it. That one, oh no, this is it. This is the last one. Okay, now we're going to move to putting some pearls. Now this pearl thing stuff that I cut into strips is from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to put some on the bottom of the cover here. We're going to put it right down here. And you could decorate this any way you want. You could put some lace or some pom-pom trim, whatever you have. I had pearls, I thought they were cute. These are sticky, so I'm trying to get them to start. Here we go. Okay, this finishes the top of my box, and as you can see here, I did put pearls on the bottom of these. So at this juncture, I'm going to go ahead, since I have my pearls ready, and put them on the bottom of the box. They're super sticky today. And I have this little bit that was left from the top, and we'll finish the bottom off with it. All right, that part is finished. Now I decided I was going to put little bows in between. So you have eight sides to this box. So I will be attaching 8. Sorry for hitting the camera. I'm trying to reach my hot glue gun. There's a flower I was looking for. Earlier, I was making flowers. Okay, we'll put a little bit of hot glue on this. And we're going to put it into the center of each one of these. So I'm giving you a detailed, tutorial on this. And I'm sorry it's so long because it's very detailed. And these little things you can pick up on AliExpress or Amazon. That's where I got mine, and I've had them for quite some time. Two more. All right, I'll get these out of the way. And I will show you that next thing to do to put the flag on your top is you will find that it has like a little hole where everything came together. So you're going to just put your toothpick down there. And to hold it stable, I turn this upside down and I put a bunch of hot glue in the bottom of there. And I let it cool off. Make sure your flag is nice and straight, and just let that hot glue in there cool off. And once it does that, then if you want to clip off that little sharp end, you can do that. So we're going to put the top on our castle while we're waiting for the hot glue to dry. Okay, I make sure my tail is still straight. Now, at this point, we're going to, all right, I'm going to put the camera up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to put the butterfly right here on this castle. So I'm going to put hot glue right there. And I'm going to put it on that score line right there and to the side, going to the side, like it just landed on top of this castle. And then I'm going to come over and I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3 and go to this one right here. And this is where I'm going to put my flowers. So I'm going to bring those into view so you can see how I do this. And I'm going to fold the leaves. And I'm going to take my largest flower and I'm going to attach this to the back of that one. And then you see I have two small ones here. So I'm going to take and fold these leaves. All right. Put some hot glue on there. And I'm going to attach it to this side of the small flower. And then I'm going to attach this one to the opposite side of the small flower. So it looks like that. And we're going to take this into view and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put this on the third one. I'm sorry. All right, I'm going to put it on the third from the butterfly. We'll put some hot glue on the back, and we're going to put it up a little bit. It's about 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom of the castle. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to sandwich it right in here, like that. And then we have our last little flower, and we're going to take it and we're going to pull that leaf up and we're going to poke it right in there. And that is the end of our tutorial. Our box is ready to go. You could also maybe hang a little tag off the top of this, tie a little like twine with a tag hanging off if it's for a birthday, to say happy birthday. There's so much you could do with this. So this completes the tutorial for the 3D castle from Scrapdiva Designs. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you find it helpful should you purchase this die. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Remember to sprinkle kindness like confetti wherever you go. And until the next video, happy crafting. Bye-bye.